Hey, welcome to Candlestick Cash Radar, and we're looking at our weekly watch list here. The only thing in the last 1 month that's up is consumer staples by almost 3%, and utilities is up 1.68%. So nothing much. And tech energy's down pretty big over the last month, as is a lot of things are down about 4 or 5%. So and you can see it visually right here. There's your GDX over the last 1 month. GDX up 8%. XLU utilities, the only thing by this measure, let's see, on normalized performance, really it's only utilities and gold. But yeah, utilities, gold, and staples are up in real numbers a little bit over the last month. Let's see what happened today on Monday. It was a very weird trading range day, I suppose, where nothing really happened. It was neutral. You'll see that we sold off and then came back, but nothing was really down. Consumer staples slightly, but it was a good day for energy. But as you saw in the last month, energy's been the weakest, so it needed a good day and needs more of those too. So let's look at I'll give you a couple picks, but let's first look at the Dow. As you can see, we have another close higher. So you had your kicker type, or if you want to call it a bull sash to be more technical, then a rising window. So second higher close, third in a row, and then this is actually a 4-cent higher close here. So that's 4 in a row and now 5 in a row. So 5 higher closes in a row on the Dow. And you can look at your Qs. For your Qs, you have a doji candle. We bounced off the T line with our sell-off today, but we came right back to the open, forming a doji candle. So yeah, we've definitely snapped back, and that is more of a proper kicker signal down at the bottom on the Qs, as well as this for the SPY. So the market's come back up over the T line. Yes, I have a lot of too many lines on here. I should take those away for you. For our purposes here. So yeah, SPY closed pretty well at a doji candle. We're above the 34 EMA, that purple line. We're above the 20, the 820 cross. So although it's still a slightly bearish market in general, we see some positive signs. ADX is still 28 on the SPY, but it's coming down. See how it was 32? If you look over in the corner here, you see the numbers 32, 30, 28.85 today. So still in a strong trend to the downside, because it has been for several weeks at this point. But that's easing up, and I'll let you know when we're out of that trend as far as the ADX. So the Q's at a 27 on the ADX, again coming down from a peak around 37 right here. So now it's 27, so still over that 25, and the Dow also at 29, almost 30. So still watch out for that strong downtrend in the markets in general. I mean, we have to be real, right? We have to use our numbers and quantify what kind of trend we're in, and it's still a downtrend. There's strength to the trend, even though we've had a short-term come-ups here. Be very careful if you're going on the long side. So I'm going to look at a couple symbols on the long side. I couldn't really find any utility I liked, gold, you probably could search for gold, but I'm waiting for that to set up better, but you could probably find some of your own in that sector. But here's what I found. So Dollar General, so that would be more your XLP type of name. Dollar General is, you got your 50, 34, 20 sloping up. It looks perfect. It looks really perfect as far as your overall, trend coming up. Although it's not perfect, remember, because we have the 200 that's still above the 50, so we don't. It's definitely not a perfect trend, but in the more short term, it is really nice looking. We have our Darvis, see the purple box, from about 84.66 up to $98. Buy in the bottom quarter of that would be the plan here. We've already had some dip, basically to the 20, and you could start buying off the 20, and you can look at that 34 EMA, that purple that's rising. So over this week and the next week, you might find an opportunity in certainly the bottom half. I wouldn't pay more than about $90 for these Dollar Generals, but in the bottom quarter would be the best, more like 85 to 87. 85 to 88 would be great, and look to test this Darvis high around $97, $98, and possibly break it as well if you want to go for some momentum. But if you do play this, you just take some off here, some profit off here, so that you take your risk off and you can go to break even. So that's my biggest idea to this week is Dollar General Corporation, and it might not even trigger this week. We need a bit of a dip, but we're already getting some for several days in a row, so I think this could happen. And TATT Technologies, something I never heard of before, and I don't love technology, so this is a far inferior trade idea. Because look at DG, how it's 32 on the ADX. This is a strong uptrend. All right, TATT, it's not strong. It's what's happened is it was looking really good, and look at the dip. Look how they sold off. See your Darvis way up there, $34. The bottom is $25. We want to buy in the bottom quarter. Nice sign today, with a nice 10% candle. We don't want to buy momentum. We want to buy in the bottom quarter here, and so I would buy anywhere from $25 to $27 on TATT. So those are my two ideas, DG and TATT. And so, be careful with the market still, even though we've come up, still in a strong downtrend.